for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Welcome to Pisces season.
It's Pisces season, baby, and we are starting off with a bang.
Pisces, any of these water signs, just everybody all up in their feels.
We need to feel it out. We can't avoid it. We cannot run from them. We gotta feel them out.
Those of us that are fire signs.
Some gotta weed them out. Gotta feel them out.
I mean, it's just what we need in our world today is more feels.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need more emotional maturity. I really do.
How else do you mature without feeling
you learn
the emotions?
To control the emotion rather than allowing the emotion to control you.
You have to feel the emotion, process it.
Yes.
Let it out, and then you're good.
But like I said, and there's a time and a place for all things. And that is the thing about emotional maturity. First of all, you learn to, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction to whatever, take a step back, thoroughly examine the situation. Then you make a determination, is this worth getting upset about or whatever? Because now, I tell you, it's one of those we are in a season, and not just Pisces season.
Yep.
We are in a period of time where there is black magic everywhere.
That is true.
And that includes emotional manipulation.
Yes.
If somebody is trying to win whatever, or trying to persuade somebody to a different point of view by using emotional manipulation, it's black magic.
Mm-hmm. That is true. You cannot do that. That is against the rules.
Well, it's one of those that apparently there are the forces of darkness that think the rules don't apply to them.
Oh, well, too bad. We're kind of under God's law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether or not you want to be, we are.
And it's one of these things that I will ponder these things. It's like I have an awareness of what's going on, and then I pray about things and ask things to be revealed. And it's like, hey, I don't understand this. Please give me an understanding of what's going on. And that was just like the theme this morning. And like I said, we're recording this on February the 20th. Army of Darkness. We're talking as far as Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, shit.
Well, that movie has been making a resurgence, so...
Uh-huh. And that goes in with this theme from the day before, and me asking Kid, why is it that a lot of young people seem to almost be yearning for Armageddon? And it's like, the conclusion that I've come to, they think that it's going to be a fucking video game.
They do. They do.
And a lot of this could be lack of experience.
It's lack of experience, and then there's the ones that are just pure chaos. Like, genuinely pure chaos. If it was a Mad Max type of scenario, they would wreak havoc.
They think they would. They like to think they would. People like to think that they would respond a certain way to a situation, but they don't often know themselves until they're standing there in that moment.
Oh, yeah, that is definitely true for some of them.
And
for a majority of them. But I'm saying that there is like a small few who are dangerous. Like genuinely dangerous.
Yeah, that's
and
the reason,
they would just.
That's the reason
that would be their play zone.
That's the reason most countries have to have prisons.
Right.
Because we do have people that are so. Now, do we need prison reform? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have been an advocate for prison reform for many years now. Because it's, anyhow, we'll not go on to that. That used to be another channel of mine. People didn't want to hear it because they want to think of everybody as being good and being bad, and that those people are bad and that they therefore are good. And if you look at these people as being broken instead of bad, then people have to re-examine themselves, and it's like, well, maybe I'm not so good. So that's at the core of that argument. It's that cognitive distortion of black and white thinking. It's either all or none. No. It's all varying shades of gray. Joe, I know you're going to make a comment about that. I know him. I know how his mind works. But within this, and the people that are yearning for Armageddon or whatever, Mike Tyson quote came to mind and heart.
Yeah.
And Tyson had a great quote. I have very mixed feelings about him because I was an Evander Holyfield fan. It's like the ear-biting thing.
I only know him because of like an Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah. Tyson has matured a lot since the time of the ear biting. Now
When
that
was that
was
again?
it was Evander Holyfield was when he was, I don't remember what year it was. But he lost control and became barbaric enough that Holyfield had to have reconstructive surgery because dude didn't just nibble his ear. He
bit
took
it.
a damn chunk out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now to me, that should have been an automatic disqualification.
Should have been.
You know, it's a little bit of tranquilizer there at ringside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've
and then sort of ban him from that
yeah.
fighting.
Yeah. But he was a hell of a fighter. I mean, he really was. But as far as having emotional maturity and having true control of self, no.
How long did
As
he
evidenced by...
Yeah. How long did he continue fighting after that?
Oh, quite a while. Quite a while. Because he was a money maker. That's why they didn't ban him. And if you compare that type of boxing, different things like that, to martial arts is in a totally different league.
It is.
Because it is all about self-control. And that includes emotions. It includes body. It can, response to stimuli in the environment and from others and stuff like that. It is an amazing discipline.
Yeah.
And it made a huge impact in my life. And it's like to go back and still reread. There's things I need to go back and reread now. Because when stuff starts hitting the fan, you're like, I feel myself being swayed easily by this. I need to go back and read people who were much wiser than I was.
Need to just, what is that? When you look back and be like, oh shit.
Reflect.
Yeah. Do some reflection.
Sure, but that's also a matter of self-awareness. To sit there and going, I am responding in a way that I don't want to. I am allowing people to be in control of my emotions. Because if I get caught up into somebody else's bullshit, then I have given my power away.
Right.
That's my bad.
Right.
But Mike Tyson had a great quote, which was, everybody got a plan until they're punched in the face. And that is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what we see going on a lot of times with some of these young people today. And this comes from living lives that do not have, we've got so many people that have hardship. But some of the ones that are wanting the destruction and all that stuff, I don't know that they have had a life of hardship.
I don't think they have.
And it was like, God love him, some ordinary gamers, Mudahar, and we like Mudahar lots.
We do.
And he was playing, what was the game?
Oh, which one?
The one that we just watched, and it wasn't GTA, it was some other.
Oh, Cyberpunk. He was playing Cyberpunk,
and
with a bunch of mods, and it made it It made it like real because like the ray tracing is a thing now. Oh, damn. Question: why would you want to shoot someone, even if it's like digitally? Why would you want to shoot someone like in 4K quality?
Right. And I mean, he was stoked about it. Now, Mudahar, I would almost guarantee you, has never been, maybe not never. I'd say that as far as a serious physical altercation, it's questionable whether he's ever had that in his life. Because a lot of people who have had shit like that in their lives, they don't want to play games like that.
No, they
because
don't.
it triggers PTSD.
Yeah.
And even as far as
don't trigger us. Don't trigger the PTSD.
Even the blood in the game and stuff, and you were like, damn, it looks real.
Yeah, because it did.
And it's like, okay, I was EMT. I went through nurses training. I had kids, one of whom it's like, Mommy, whap. Bloody handprint where he had jumped from the dresser to the bed and didn't quite make it.
Oh, no. Yeah, that happened.
You know, different things like that. And so to sit there and watch somebody in cyberspace bleed out, that has no appeal to me.
It really grotesques.
It
grosses me out. It's very grotesque to me.
Right.
It's not
because it's fantasy versus reality.
Mm-hmm.
And to, you know, we have for years now worked with people that had addiction issues, people that were incarcerated. Some of the ones that were incarcerated have done horrible things, some of them as far as murder at some point, and then you have to find out what happened with the story, and then you have to try to separate the individual from the behavior of the individual, and it takes a lot of time and effort.
It does.
This is why you don't judge people.
Right.
Because in a lot of circumstances, people was like, I never. You don't know what you would have done. You don't know that you would have fared as well as this individual who did what they did and they're now locked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are not bad people. They just gotten some shit circumstances.
It just takes one slip up.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
And then, boom.
It can take one pill to ruin your life and somebody else's lives, your family's life.
And they could say, "Oh, but I'm never going to take a pill." You don't know that.
Right.
You don't know what circumstance that you would be willing to take that pill.
Well, and it's just really...
Or desperate enough to take that pill.
Right. If you're hurting bad enough and somebody offers something that is even the glimmer of hope for just a moment's relief, you don't know what you would do.
Nope.
And so it's easy to sit back and armchair quarterback somebody else's life and experience.
Yeah.
But for some of these people, honestly, to be jonesing for some really bad shit to happen, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And that was like just a few minutes ago, I had watched for this gentleman that he was from Cuba, and that there was a young woman who was from China, who lives in America, who was had a banner on a table promoting communism.
Do I know?
And the man
For real?
asked, and the man asked her, he's like, where are you from? And she said, China. He said, and yet you're here and you're trying to promote that. And she's like, well, China isn't communist. What?
The fuck?
Is that another one of those semantic fuckery things?
Don't know.
And he said,
It
if
sounds
you
like
like that, why don't you go back there?
Right.
And so she had her high dollar Nike backpack and stuff like that because the man explained to her that his father, being from Cuba, that his father had spoken the truth. I don't know if he was a journalist or whatever it was, but he was in prison for 15 years. So it was an affront to this Cuban man who is now an American.
Did she get it? I don't think she.
No, they didn't get it. They packed up their toys and they ran.
Of course they did.
These
Fucking
are the
cowards.
kind, they've got a plan until somebody hits them in the face. No, I'm not promoting violence. This is allegory.
I mean, you can certainly confront them. Yeah, just don't do it in a violent manner. Maybe verbally aggressive. Verbally violent?
Well,
What
even
the fuck is
that,
that like
and
doing?
this is part of the horrors that we are going through. Our light it was doing perfectly fine until we started recording, and now it's like a strobe light.
Stranger
I don't know.
Things? Is something trying to
Yeah.
contact us through the
From
bulb?
what was it? The
From
underneath upside
upside
down.
down.
God, I think we're living in the upside down.
Like for real, something trying to contact us from the upside down?
I don't know.
Is a portal about to open up in our ceiling?
I hope it's a portal to a better realm.
Yeah.
Oh, get this. I saw a video today where the Simpsons, that's supposed to be the prophetic one, right? Mm-hmm. They had a thing about the rapture.
Oh?
Yeah. It was interesting. It was interesting.
What?
Yeah.
What did it say? What did
Well,
it say?
it was just like people were confused. It was sort of based on the movie, the Left Behind series and stuff like that. But with the predictive things, the young man who was the minister who has the channel, he's like, this is just odd. I found this odd. There's a lot of things right now that are odd.
Things are blending in together.
Yeah. Well, and we were told
Just as
that good would be
predicted.
called evil and evil would be called good. We were told that people would delight in doing evil and encourage others in doing so. Mm-hmm. You tell me we're not seeing that right now.
We are seeing that right now. We are very much seeing that right now. God help us, please.
Yeah.
Please.
But the attitude, like I said, of some
this is-
people, and I don't know if it's a nihilistic point of view, which is not good, because that sort of goes into learned helplessness.
Right.
You know, that means you've given up before you're not even tried to fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I think fighting would be more fun than just giving up. You know?
Well, I
It
would
would give you
rather...
a more sense of satisfaction.
I think so.
If you at least I did something.
Yeah, at least I tried.
Yeah.
No. But it's just such an odd period of history. And we won't even know what this is until years afterwards.
For real. Why is that? Why is that?
Because that's just how it goes. That's how, that's how everything goes.
I know the current government is collapsing globally.
Yep.
It's imploding from the imploding.
Right.
It's imploding.
And we don't usually get political, but this is the spirit of the time that's going on, and we do have a spirit of chaos and stuff going on. And to watch where they have gotten Julian Assange, they had, as far as day one of his trial again, because to fight against extradition. Mm-hmm. And now, does anybody that's listening to me really think that if this man who has been imprisoned, he has been a political prisoner, he's a journalist
Free
for
him.
over 10 years, do you really think, especially what has happened in the past week or so, if he were brought back to the United States of America, or what used to be the United States of America, that he would ever get a fair trial?
Nope.
That's
Free
kind of
him.
horrifying.
Yeah. I say free him.
Yeah.
Free him.
Yeah, this man has been a martyr because he dared expose the forces of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And he has paid a high price.
He has. He certainly has.
And God bless him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things.
It's a rough time right now.
It is a rough
In
time.
Pisces season, it's always rough anyway.
It is.
So
It is. Pisces season is like shit. Oh, shit. Because it goes against the Virgo, that logical, rational, want everything, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my chart, and especially at this point in my life where it's shifting more into Virgo.
Yeah.
I had known it was coming for a few years. I could feel it in my spirit. That need for organization.
Feel it in my bones. Like, this is my spirit. It was deep into my spirit.
It was. And also as far as that Leo, that fire sign,
Mm-hmm.
the rising sign that I have of Libra, which is about fairness and justice. So I need prayers. Because this stuff, honestly, to see the injustice that's going on right now and to feel helpless, that's horrible.
Prayers.
That is absolutely. Because prayer is something that we can all do. Nobody can take that from us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it doesn't hurt anything to do it anyway.
No. To sit there and bring, if somebody comes to heart, to lift them up in prayer.
Yeah.
And that today they had a video that it was the 1 year anniversary of the passing of Dr. Michael Heiser.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
I told Kid,
it was a very good.
I saw the thumbnail and I started tearing up. Because that man, the impact that he made on my life,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just one. God gave him a way to reach thousands.
Yeah.
A sea of people.
Yeah.
And there's very rarely a day that goes by that I don't think about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about his family and how they must. But now his wife had spoken at the end of the video, and she is at peace.
Mm-hmm. She is.
And that's the greatest thing that anybody could ask for her and her family. He loved his wife. He loved his family.
He did.
But mainly he loved God.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, interesting times. And it's one of these people that think that they're going to be doing first-person shooter or the role-playing games of whatever it is.
Yeah, they ain't going to be doing jack shit.
Wait until somebody hits them in the face.
Jack shit?
Wait until somebody hits them in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's one thing about martial arts. It's not about learning how to block a strike or how to strike. It is a matter of learning how to deal with when you take a strike.
Right. Right.
I mean, I had an instructor that time that I was blacking out. He was chokehold on me. I was blacking out. And I'll ask him later. I'm like, why did you do that? He's like, I couldn't get you off of me. We were sparring.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like 6'2", 200 pounds solid muscle. Now, I was less chunky than I am now. Mm-hmm. My little 5'5" frame.
Mm-hmm. What belt were you at?
I was 2 away from black. Yeah. Took the job at the jail, and then I didn't have time to. I was too busy walking stairs.
My mama can whoop your ass.
That was a long time ago, honey.
I could give that excuse. Though.
Well, that's true.
I did.
My
mama can whoop your ass. Now it's like my mom will shoot your ass.
Well, yeah, that's a reason as far as Second Amendment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And these people be squalling and all this stuff. It's like, don't you take away my right to defend myself.
Right.
I'm 58 years old.
Right.
And it's like, that's an equalizer for me. It always was. As a 5'5" female. Now, instructor because they understood you don't break your playmates
Right.
in the dojo. But if it had been out on the street in that type of situation, did that man have the ability to break my neck in a heartbeat? It would have been done before I even knew it.
Yep. And
So-
that's a scary amount of power.
Yeah. And that was always one of the things, as being a female fighting against a male.
Yeah.
It is that understanding, as far as it don't matter how big and bad you think that you are, unless you're one of these big Fraulein women, and they are out there. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of them. Mm-hmm. How easy it is to be overpowered. Yep. I mean, I had some PTSD, still had some PTSD as far as when we were doing the training, as far as this, that we had to learn to not be disarmed. Mm-hmm. I had nightmares for days.
I bet that's a little bit of PTSD right there.
Oh, it was a huge amount of PTSD. That was one thing I came out of the academy with, was PTSD on top of other PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to have a male, to be laying down on the ground, have a male straddle my chest, my abdomen and chest. I've got a fake weapon, firearm, and to try to prevent him from getting that out of the holster. Mm-hmm. And the first time he did it, it was so fast I didn't even know. That was what caused the PTSD.
Yeah.
And you know what? After a couple of times, I learned all I have to do is roll on my side. Mm-hmm. Because that is one of the things about the power of pudge. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Now, if I had been size negative something, what they going to do? They going to throw your ass around like a rag doll.
Right. Right.
That's reality.
Yeah.
So I see some of these women's that's out there, and they want to do the baby girl, and that they want to do the badass, and it's just like, and I'm thinking, honey, you have no idea. You're going to get hurt.
Yep.
And you're going to cause other people to get hurt.
It's true. It's true.
So this was a bitter cup, but it needed to be discussed. It was in my spirit. And just to other people, if y'all are picking up on the same thing, or if you want to sit there and go, Orlando, honey, you check your meds. You need to do a little more ashwagandha or something.
I think it's just because we've been under a lot of stress recently.
And it's just because it's Pisces season. The waters will chill.
Oh, the tears will flow.
Oh,
they
God.
will flow. It's time to process that shit. Get it out.
I am not one of these to sit around and do that anymore. No. When I was young, no.
No, you cry. You finally just process the shit. You get it out. You do the good cry. You get it out. And then you're good. You're good.
I'm one of these, I prefer to cry in private. I really do. Now, I was comfortable enough with you when I watched that about Dr. Heiser, and I just sat here and tears just flowed. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have stopped that if I had tried. But that was only because I was comfortable with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it is self-control.
Yeah. Other than you and sometimes Dad, that's the only time anyone sees me cry.
Yeah. And that's okay. That can be, processing those kind of emotions can be a very private thing.
Unless you're my therapist.
Well, therapists, they get paid to do that.
Hi.
But yeah, if y'all are picking up on the same thing, please let me know in the comments. Mm-hmm. And like I said, if you're sitting there going, Orlando, put you a little rum in that coffee.
Yep.
Chill yourself out a minute. Mm-hmm. Final thoughts, kid.
It's all right to chase the bitter with the sweet.
Yeah. Well, that's where you have the yin and the yang. Mm-hmm. Because how do you know sweet if you've never tasted bitter?
Right.
Eastern philosophy. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, If you would be a Pisces, God love you. I'm joking. I love the water signs. It's just
we're a lot.
y'all do your own thing. Y'all just totally. It's just
We are a
y'all
lot.
are necessary, and it's just totally different. But that's the reason y'all come to those of us that are fire signs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's like I'm all wet and soggy and cold, and I need to be warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's okay, because that's part of what we do. Anyhow, cupofcoffeewithscream, gmail.com. It's in the description box.
Yep, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button. And don't do much. Just to click it anyway. Thank you all. Have a good.
Share the love. Share the videos. Somebody needs to be encouraged or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. Helps us. Whatever. We don't ever ask for much. Prayers. I think that's the only thing we've ever asked anybody for is just prayers. But mainly, know that you are loved. Love on other people. Pray for other people.
Yep.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut. Bye.
Bye.